soul. Forget the funk and the disco. A little more limbo, a little more Shango.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Oui Culture. It's another beautiful Friday evening in the Spice Isle. Yes, indeed. And as always, we are in for a treat this evening. Yes, we continue our discussion from last week. Yes, we started talking about the rum shop culture last week, and this week we will be looking at the other side of the coin, or the other side of the rum bottle, so to speak, and of course we're looking forward to hearing from you as always, and of course we welcome our viewers on GBN Television, our friends on our Facebook page and YouTube channel, and also our listeners on K105 FM. It's a pleasure. Welcome. We're gonna have a good time. All right, the team is here, and of course we're happy that Doc is able to join us this week. Last week he was experiencing some but that's what he say, you know what I mean? So we had to take him at his word, you know what I mean? If he say he couldn't, well, he couldn't. But nevertheless, I even go change my mind tonight and say I say something different. Doc, what you say? You mute. What do you hear? You change your mind out.
You hear me?
Well, I hear you now. No, you're mute now. Something happened to you, man.
You not hear me?
Now, something going on in the back with you there? Your audio seemed to...
Hey.
Well, no, I hear you now. Now I hear you.
You hear me now?
Yeah, you take a drink, I wouldn't see, to clear the throat then. After you want to like a thing to kind of, burn the throat, but to get the voice box, to tune up the voice box, you know what I mean?
More like he got interfere with things that don't concern him.
Well, baby, all that too.
I wanted at least to call Reece and to say, Reece, it seems like you might be my only friend on the program. And then you start joining Godfrey. Because I want to say, if I have friends like Godfrey, I don't need enemy. Because I already start attacking me. So I was looking for you for some kind of support, but you don't even give me a second. Anyway.
Well, I find you're taking too long to talk.
Right, what's that?
You really got to interfere with things that don't concern you?
You never know.
I was trying to talk, but the voice just was not coming through,
Okay.
Anyway, to all the listeners outside there, pleasant good night, and tonight I think it promises to be extremely interesting. The more you think about it, about what we are discussing tonight, the more you wonder the impact. Because in your normal state, you're not thinking about those things, but when you really start putting thoughts to do, you realize how integral the rum shop is to our society. So before I say anything, I just want to say pleasant good night, and we're going to have a ball of a time tonight.
You see, the man say, the rum shop is I like that word, integral to us.
What's that? But they're watching him when he's talking and thinking, I mean, I love the shades of blue that he's wearing.
Well, I have to tell you.
Somehow about his head and his face, it looks very matted, which could only mean one thing. He bad.
Well, you never know. Sometimes.
Wait.
The man might.
I don't know about yet, but I see you at work.
I realize.
I shining.
I realize.
Your partner look well matted.
As I was saying, Doc takes bread, man.
Is that that? Or he got himself done for the show?
Like the action sale at Greece.
You Greece?
At Greece.
No, you don't Greece. Is that exactly? You haven't done. You don't Greece.
You see, let me tell you, the man, not that. The man moving early. The man organizing himself early for Legends in concert. That is what. You know what I'm saying? You see bad shot, but a real bad shot. Look like that shot.
He's there. He's going on me Oli.
I want my ticket.
Hold on. Ticket. Listen now. Ticket. You want if I give you ticket, they're locking me up, you know. You. I just send a transport for you, man. What's happening, man? Next thing, I'm going to go and beg and ask if they could borrow me one, maybe P1 to come for you, you know. Ticket him and say, you know, easy.
Yeah.
He's now you pass that stage. So, Reece, what taking place? What no, you have a nice, how you call that? That plaid? That plaid?
Stripes. What's wrong with you?
That's stripe. Well, you're the fashion lady. That's stripes, yeah. stripes. Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's stripes.
I find all your real dressing about
that's
many days, but
that's my kind of colors. I like earth colors. So
earth colors, I like that.
yes.
You're very earthy.
Yes. I love the pastels too, and that's a floral part of the earth. And I also like, you know, the tree trunks and the stems, and you know.
Wow.
But hold on a second. Let me mind your business a little bit, Reece. What going on with you and all this what is it? Past, present, and focus.
Hey.
I'm minding your business, you know. Don't feel like I'm minding your business, you know. And I wasn't right, you know, but I watching. What is it?
Use the colloquial word now.
No, man. I'm English term to it is eavesdropping by English. PPF, man. I like that. What is this PPF business? What is this PPF thing about?
Is that 34?
Yeah.
Well, what's wrong with you? No, I can't taste that. Yeah, so what it is now, since after Dick and Doc take my day last year, and they started since Oli
right.
taking my day again as the anniversary now. I have to find some kind of way. That's why I tell all you, if all you don't do something next week Friday, I'm not coming on that program, you know.
No, man. Thing happen, man.
Thing can be happening in Lassie Jess and wherever on my day, and I come in and sit down and watch hangman?
Handsome men.
Well, what are doing for me?
Tree.
What are doing for me on my birthday?
What do you mean?
Yeah.
Why
Listen to me. We go hand.
The thought is stronger than the actualization.
Well, we could do a outside live, you know.
Well,
Doc, we could bring out.
I'm telling you, make the thing interesting.
Let me bring out go somewhere and we could do it live.
I could get dressed up, you know. I could get dressed up.
I always game.
And show up, you know. Do the 3 shoes, like a shave shower and show up. Come looking matted like you, you know. And see if I could compete with, well, not Doc this time, Dick. See if I could compete with that, you know, because
they're gonna make me start to come on that program with a kind of jacket and 3-piece and thing, you know.
So that is what my past, present, and focus is about.
No, PPF.
I'm looking back at when I was.
But just shortly, I like PPF.
What do you like? PPF?
PPF, yeah.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. And I'm going to create that hashtag, okay? PPF. Hashtag PPF.
Yeah.
That's right. So I'm looking back at when I thought I was fat. When I thought I was fat. And now that I'm fat. And me focusing on my fat.
You know, Doc, I look at some of these pictures and I actually started thinking Reece was tall, you know.
Whatever.
Yeah, photos usually.
Yeah, I tell you, I said, but how come she was tall before she had tall?
Because I was slimmer.
Well,
last week, right? It was the worst for me. Everybody that meet me and talking about We Culture, it was like, but I thought you were taller than that, you know?
Yeah.
I thought you're big. The TV doesn't make you look big, but you're little and you're short.
Anyway, guys, well, I ain't see the king yet.
I'm wondering too.
Now you come.
Queens up here, they make entrances. Remember that?
Yeah, definitely. You come.
I mean, he doesn't always do it, but you have to allow him.
Definitely. So last week we started talking about the integral part of our society. So tonight we want to look at the other side of the bottle. And I mean, last week it was a lot of fun, you know, and of course, as Doc said, sometimes fellas go in the rum shop to what you say, to bring out their manhood.
Just to brag and boast.
To brag and boast.
To expatiate.
That's right. To use words
with the kind.
Yes.
That's right. But you know, this whole rum shop culture, it has, from what it used to be, it has changed significantly. Significantly. So much so that I might say we ain't a rum shop again. All the way past is a bar. And you know, the thing has changed, and I think what has happened as it relates to the consumption of alcohol, and tonight I might use some more I don't want to call it appropriate, but up there words to describe what is happening. Up there words, you know. So we're seeing now.
Godfrey, let me take a lead because I was so late last week. I wanted to just inject 2 minutes of last week program,
right.
Meaning a glorious part that we did not. I had no chance to talk about. But before I even go into that, I would just want to say, well, Tivoli Drummers, we have an invitation to go to the US. So we are raising funds tomorrow. We have a big breakfast opposite the gas station, free commercial on that program. So people around, please come. But again, I just want to say about the rum shop. You know, the rum shop was actually the center, like the house of culture, the creative house. This administration now, they have a program they call Unleash, you know, looking at the creative sector. But the rum shop was that. The rum shop was the center for men where you go there, and it was this impromptu singing, the calypso. You find the comedian, yeah. You find them, the musicians coming out and play. Because I recall as a little boy hearing, most time I heard the banjo. And the songs the banjo accompany those songs was coming from the rum shop. You hear the folks, you hear the folks sing the folk songs coming out from the rum shop. And I don't know, I listened again the program last week, and I found that I didn't hear that part, but most of the men that actually at that time used to go to the rum shop was, in my mind, as a little boy, over 40s.
Yes,
over 40s.
yes, that's right.
I mean, I know when a little boy and a man thought, yeah, he was old for me. So I don't know if I get, you know, that idea of the 30 and the 40 was screwed because I saw them as old men. I was 10 and 11 and 12, I saw them as old men. But, you know, looking back, I thought most of them were over in the 40s. They were about working on the estate. And it could have been in the 30s, but because of that time, I always thought that they were older. And it was there that the real news came out in terms of the debating skills. The local news, the local news that was taking place in the village, the confirmation about the confirmation about the DNA. For matter of fact, I think somebody like me, I think my confirmation of my parents was maybe first echoed in the rum shop. So so I think in the rum shop we had all those debating skills and those social skills being developed, and the maroon being planned, etc. So I just wanted to reiterate that as a side of the rum shop, where it was a real place of, you know, innovation and the creative side coming out, and the impromptu speeches and all those things. And so I just wanted to say that, you know.
No, definitely. And but you also have to remember, a lot of these impromptu speeches and some of the things that came out in the rum shop, them fellas really didn't know what he was talking about, eh? It was as people say, it was the rum that used to be talking, not them.
Well, and I think as we go into it, we could start going right now into looking at the negative, because, you know, as we said last week, when guys drink, new words were formed, but words and statements and things that was never conceptualized or thought of before. Well, I'm saying that, thought of before, start coming out. I mean, things that you were supposed to keep within yourself, you start saying it. So somebody might say, well, the child Reece has is not my child. And then I hear that, I get vexed, I go home, I make confusion, I decide I don't pay no child maintenance again, blah, blah, blah. So the rum shop had a way of destroying individuals, but it destroyed families because gossip became truth. And you know, in the small neighborhood, gossip hurt. So so when men get slippery tongue, everything came out. And that was a serious destructive part of the rum shop. You know, somebody came and they came with information that was just pure nonsense and pure gossip. And other persons, they listened to it and it was truth. And people ran with that. You know, so that was a real negative side of the rum shop that helped destroy family and destroy relationship.
So my question is, and before I ask my question, right? Is that make sense right there? That whole scenario about Reece and who child for and who child not? Is that make sense tonight? Do answer. But the question I have is, they say, drunk men tell no lie.
Check men tell no tales.
So they say, drunk men tell no lie. When they go in the rum shop, right, and they let go all their libelous statements and they say whatever, can they have a defense of I was drunk? And if they say I was drunk, is the counteraction of drunk men tell no lie valid in the court of law?
Well, you see, here's my take on it. If a man ends up in that situation and tells the court, for example, that he was drunk, they had to send him down for 20 years because he wasn't drunk. How you know you're drunk?
How you know you're drunk, man?
How you know you're drunk?
He knew he was drunk.
If you're drunk, you're supposed to know you're drunk.
Reece, I would qualify that. Drunk men tell no lie is only truthful as it relates to it was something that person wanted to say. But it don't mean that the statement itself is factual, as far as I'm concerned. Okay. Something you wanted to say.
Speaking on your mind.
From the mind.
Right.
Yeah. But you know, Godfrey, I did not do that. I planned to interview somebody that was a real drunk man before I come on the program tonight. I did not do that. To really find out, do you reach a state of stupor where you really do not know what you're talking about? Or you really do not know? I mean, I wanted to ask somebody. I hope somebody would call and answer that question. Have you ever been so drunk and somebody say that you said that and it was really you have no recollection or you
no. Oh yeah, definitely. And we this is a good thing to go on, but we need to take the break now because the lotto is ready. So folks, stay with us. We'll be back with you in just a moment.
The NLA is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding Multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding Multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the Multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With Multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with Multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Good evening, viewers and listeners. This is the National Lotteries Authority's Daily Pick 3 evening draw. It is Friday, June 16th, 2023. I'm your draw hostess, Leslie Ann Johnson. Supervising the draw is Miss Makiba Bean, who's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. Giving you a quick reminder, as usual, there are 4 different bet types in this game from which you can choose. They're called inline, mix, pair, and backup. It pays to play Daily Pick 3. Let's see if you are a lucky winner. Good luck to you. All right, so here we go. First number 7, second number 1, final number 7. All right, so let's recap for your benefit. Check your tickets. The first number is 7, that's followed by 1, and the final number is 7. So of course, congratulations to you if you are a lucky winner. We say congratulations as well to our 42 Daily Pick 3 winners from our midday draw. The total payout was $7,325. The Play With draw is up next. We'll see you soon.
Money, money, money. $3,000 every week for 3 months.
What?
Yes, it's the NLA's Crazy Cash Giveaway Promotion. Every week from April 11th to June 30th, 3 lucky Daily Games customers will randomly win $1,000 each week. Imagine winning as much as $36,000 in 12 weeks.
How?
Spend $12 in a single purchase on Daily Cash 4, Daily Pick 3, or Playway. Look for the words Cash Winner on your tickets to collect $1,000. The more you spend $12 on your favorite daily games, the more chances you have to win. Must be 18 or older to participate. All prizes must be collected by July 7th, 2023. Other terms and conditions apply. See stores for details. NLA, making your dreams come true. Money, money, money.
Hello once again, this is the National Lotteries Authority's Playway Evening Draw for today, Friday, June 16th, 2023. I'm your draw hostess, Leslie Ann Johnson. With me once again is Miss Makiba Bean, who's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. In this game, you can bet from $1 up to $10, or you can bet in increments on any number or dream symbol of your choice, and Bean with a chance to win 24 times the amount you bet. That is $24 for every $1 spent. Value your dreams and win your way with Playway. Let's see if you are a lucky winner this evening. Good luck to you. Again, our Playway number is 1515. The dream symbol is a lizard. So we go over now to a multi-X draw. Let's see, and that of course you can win 2 times, 3 times, or as much as 5 times the amount that you bet on your winning Playway number. Let's see if you are a winner tonight. Good luck to you. So multi-X ball for tonight is 2X. Congratulations to you if you've won 2 times the amount that you've bet on your winning Playway number. And of course, congratulations to our 440 Playway and multi-X winners from our midday draw. The total payout was $44,208. Stay with us. The Daily Cash 4 is up next. We'll see you soon.
The NLA is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
All right, so we're back with you. This is the National Lotteries Authority's Daily Cash for Evening Draw. It is Friday, June 16th, 2023. I'm your draw hostess, Leslie Ann Johnson. And back with me once again is Ms. Makiba Bain. She is representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. In this game, you can choose any number from 0 to 9 in any of the 11 bet types offered. Tickets cost as little as $1. Backup, however, costs $2. More plays, bigger prizes. Let's play Daily Cash 4. Good luck to you. All right, here we go. Our first number, 5, the second number, 8, third number, 3, final number, 0. So let's recap for your benefit. The first number is 5, that's followed by 8, the next number 3, and the final number is 0. So congratulations, of course, if you are a lucky winner. We say congratulations as well to our 7 daily cash for winners from our midday draw. Total payout was $1,400. But stay with us, the lotto draw comes up shortly. We're playing for $114,000. We'll see you real soon.
Big money, money, money. $3,000 every week for 3 months.
What?
Yes, it's the NLA's Crazy Cash Giveaway Promotion. Every week from April 11th to June 30th, 3 lucky Daily Games customers will randomly win $1,000 each week. Imagine winning as much as $36,000 in 12 weeks.
How?
Spend $12 in a single purchase on Daily Cash 4, Daily Pick 3, or Playway. Look for the words Cash Winner on your tickets to collect $1,000. The more you spend $12 on your favorite daily games, the more chances you have to win. Must be 18 or older to participate. All prizes must be collected by July 7th, 2023. Other terms and conditions apply. See stores for details. NLA, making your dreams come true. Money, money, money.
Good evening, viewers and listeners. This is the National Lotteries Authority's Lotto Draw number 3520 for today, Friday, June 16th, 2023. I'm your draw hostess, Leslie Ann Johnson. Supervising the draw is Ms. Makiba Bain, who's representing PKF Accountants and Business Advisors. So we're playing for $114,000 tonight. But of course, before we select our 5 winning numbers, we will select your free ticket letter. So our free ticket letter for tonight is N as in number. Check to see if it matches that on your ticket. And of course, if it does, you can claim your free ticket at your outlet of purchase. So we'll now select tonight's 5 winning numbers for $114,000. Good luck to you. Let's just recap for your benefit. We'll start with the free ticket letter, that is N as in number, and our 5 winning numbers for $114,000 are 6, 0, 6, 22, 22, 7, 0, 7, 24, 24, and 30, 3, 0. Congratulations to you if you are a lucky winner tonight. Continue supporting the National Lotteries Authority. Have a great night.
Is giving you more chances to multiply your Playway winnings by adding multi-X to your regular Playway bets to win up to 5 times more. Imagine winning as much as $1,200 instead of $240 with a $10 Playway bet by simply adding multi-X. Place your Playway bets from $1 to $10 or in increments on your favorite Playway symbols or numbers. Then add the multi-X option at the same value to win 2 times, 3 times, 5 times more, or free plays. With multi-X, you must bet the same amount wagered on your regular Playway bets for your winnings to be multiplied. Grenadians, value your dreams and win your way as much as 5 times more with multi-X added to Playway and watch your money grow. Must be 18 years or older to play. NLA, making your dreams come true.
Amongst everything happening in this world, ACB Caribbean wants to provide even more convenience to our customers. Using the ACB Smart app, you can pay your utility bills, school fees, credit cards, and so much more. Download the ACB Smart app from your Google Play Store or your Apple App Store for free to take advantage of our convenient banking. It's simply the smarter way. For more information, visit our website at acbonline.com. ACB Caribbean, simply smarter banking.
Raise it high up the ladder. Let we set it on fire. A little more calypso. Forget the funk and the disco.
Welcome back, everyone. It's We Culture, and those of you just joining us, we welcome you. It's a pleasure to have you with us. And we continue in our discussion from last week regarding, of course, on the topic of the rum shop. However, though, looking at the other side of the rum bottle tonight. So Doc, before we went to the break, I know you were going to put some things into perspective. You were asking about whether or not there are actual situations where, some people get to the point where they're really not aware of what it maybe has been said or what maybe is done, and I do believe so. I definitely believe so. So I don't know, Reece, what's your take on that one?
Reece, you're mute.
I think you're muted. Yes.
You're asking what's my take on?
Yeah, do you believe that some people can actually get to the point of drunkenness where they are totally unaware of what is happening around them, or maybe what they do or what they say?
Yes, I believe so. I believe that there are different stages of drunkenness. There's what you call a high. There's a tight. There's a real drunk, and there's the ones where it's between a bit of talking to ending up being no talking at all. And when you reach no talking, that means you pass out. You're gone, right? You're gone. But the stage before that, you would find people saying a lot of things. And it goes from very audible words to inaudible words. I'm using up there words tonight too.
Yeah.
I'm using the up there words as well. So yeah, I believe that they do. They can reach that stage where they really and truly don't know what they have done. When they recover from their hangover and you tell them the things that they have done, they are surprised because they really don't know. But there is that stage of drunkenness where you cannot control your body. You feel so relaxed where you could just talk and say anything, but you know. There's that stage of drunkenness as well. So you could actually talk about what is it that you remember, but you couldn't control it. You're nice. You're real nice. But yeah, I believe that you could reach that stage, and it's a stage that, to me, it progresses very fast from where you know what's going on, and then you just lose it to the point where you're how do I say, you're dragging in drain. It ain't drain,
I mean, I had a friend once who said to me, and that was many years ago, that he drank to the point where he did something that he was so ashamed of, and the truth is he was not aware. He was out. Maybe he knew he did something, but as to what he actually did, he was totally out. And that guy lived in maybe shame, so to speak, for years. I don't know if he's gotten over it, but you can drink to a point where you can actually get to that. You know, so the king has just joined us. You plot you up, huh? What went on you had there?
I mean,
I think it's AI because I don't believe human beings could do it. I believe we are AI ingredient right now.
No,
that's here.
He was drinking.
Eh?
He was drinking.
No, he would do that. Some AI because no woman can, no regular woman, normal people can do that.
The man was drinking. He know what he do. But you don't see that. You find what they looking like thing that he know what he do. He probably where is it? He probably finna take a trim, you know.
Let me tell you something. I ain't coming here and I got Richard beating me up and laughing off.
You will laugh off though?
I laugh in any case, me hair tight.
Well, yeah, to be
me hair jump around.
So yeah, man, we looking. Well, it's good to have you. We as we said last week, we're looking at the other side of the rum bottle tonight. You know, and we were just trying to determine whether or not people can drink to the point where they're totally out of it.
No, well, that happening all the time. I mean, most of the time, rum man get up in the morning and they have bruises and things. They don't know where you come out to. All they know is you have bruises, they see a cord, they see a thing. Because when a man fall, sometimes all the body they catch it.
They can feel.
No, well, it's not that they can feel, they feel it, but the rum nullified the thing. So by that time, they wake up in the morning and the rum gone, and all the pain and thing. And then man start to wonder, what's going on? You know, and that is the danger of this whole thing. It puts you in a state where you don't remember things, you do stuff, and that's why they say sometimes when people drinking rum is a dangerous thing, because when you loosen the tongue and so on, you say things that you never meant to say. And the truth is that you will find that from my experience with rum, you have people who will drink and so on. And these men, when they do drink, they're quiet too. You don't know they live in. Mm-hmm. But once they take their sauce, it's once they take their sauce, it's transformation agenda.
That's annoying. But y'all, what background is there in there? What background? What king there?
And in America.
Oh, like already catching flights. Every week you're catching another flight?
Yeah.
But Godfrey, what going on with your other partner there? I don't find you just catch flights that much. But then again, it going more like Sister Isle regional kind of thing. But the other one,
One riding boat, one riding plane.
Godfrey, you going on vacation, right? The one catching flights like every week.
like them small bus ingredient.
Let me tell you.
I find like I'm a statue. I'm a pillar.
Let me tell you something. When certain people can enjoy a certain status in life. Yeah, I mean, what you do? You just sit around and wish you was them, you know.
When you get big, you want to be like them.
Yeah. Oh, tell people that my brother, you know. That man, that my brother, you know. I mean uncle. I mean some kind of thing. I don't buy family and thing.
Going back to the rum.
Yeah.
Going back to the rum and thing. Now, you have certain people in my experience, and let me say this. Let me say this. Yeah, may I qualify? May I qualify? But I have observed over years, and remember, my old man was a graduate. But how my old man drank was weekends, a weekend man, right? So during the week, you never knew he's there. He doesn't speak or anything. So things would happen during the week, and you don't know if he's aware of it. But he's aware of it. he put it in your computer there and he have it locked out with it. So by the time the weekend come now, and he take out two. All those things that they don't come out. But I know from the experience that different people they react differently when they tight. You know, so my old man, for example, once he get drunk and so on, very, very humorous.
Right, yes.
Yeah, all the thing he pull out from the bag. So the first thing he started to do is started to sing.
But we talk about exactly what I was saying. I talk about the house of creativity.
During the week, you don't sing nothing, you know, but once you take a 2-man song, how can I choose? And then he started to quote some old Shakespeare. All this kind of old man and them, you don't know where you getting this kind of poetry, Shakespeare, Chaucer, this kind of man. Starting to quote. But this thing is something else.
So Scott, before you join, I was actually saying that is it. Like it was the theater where, you know, guys come with guitar, guys make up song. That way you get the comedian.
Right.
You know, yeah, a lot of level of creativity came out in the village drum shop.
Right, yeah. Because I know there was one rum man, he was a farmer, worked hard and so on. But once he drank, was a fella called Vicas on Chantimel. Once he drink the rum, whole night he singing it. Whole night. That's what the rum makes him do. He don't violent, he don't think, but he sings songs. I mean, a man giving you Jimmy's whole repertoire. You getting it across the bridge and all them kind of song on them. Okay, so the reason why nobody don't like me, they say the fact that I'm ugly. And I used to learn this thing, and once he drink, he sings for the entire night until he got home. Yeah. So Rome has a different thing, and then you have some other men again when they drink, all they want to do is fight.
The cussing, a lot of cussing is to take argument. So
but
there's a negativity.
You know, Doc, I had to mention, because you spoke earlier about how it can actually break up families and destroy homes, and there was another aspect of it that when some of these guys, when you see, and we know in those days, for example, if we go back a bit, a lot of people used to work, they get paid on the week, at the end of the week, or maybe by the fortnight. And so when they get their pay, they go in the rum shop, and that's it. And when they go home, no money, but they expect to get food. And then they cussing wife, they tinging, they mashing up. Let me tell you something. One of the famous actions of rum men when they drunk is to mash up wares, you know. They like to mash up wares. I don't know what about rum man and wares, but what you see, they go home and they started to mash up wares. I think I don't go.
But Godfrey, I have around 4 section here. I kind of just was dumping, and one of it had to be you reach a state of, well, first we'll come to a point where the rum shop change. The rum shop actually changed from what it used to be. But we'll come back to that. But the idea is about addiction and what happened to you when you become an addict. So there is this idea that when you become an addict, you're constantly drinking hard. You know, when guys are addicts, they actually drink, they cannot handle a lot of rum, meaning one hit and they drunk, you know, one hit and they gone. Right? They might keep on going, but one hit would get them drunk. They are unable to hold a lot of liquor. For a matter of fact, one guy said to me, he went by the doctor, and he was saying it in a sense of humor. And the doctor told him he has a greater concentration of alcohol in his body than blood. So he has more alcohol than blood than other fluid in his body.
Yeah, how many by than Rivan Dwayne?
Right? But so what we consider to be the alcoholic, and I think we could just spend a minute on that. The alcoholic is really almost in a permanent state of stupor. They drink. The early morning, if they're not working, they next day again, they in at it again. So they constantly, you know, the alcoholic, they can't hold their rum, and they constantly like that. And for me, one of the negative is that those guys they become quite unreliable. You cannot make a plan, well, most of them, you cannot make a plan with them to do something outside of their regular schedule. What I noticed though, some of those seasoned alcoholics, those are just going to sit. They drink the night, they fall on the drain, but early morning, 6 o'clock or 6:30, you see them with the cutlass and the boots and in the land. I don't know if you notice that. But in terms of making a plan outside of that, a plan with them to meet them or to do something, it is extremely difficult because they just might be drunk at that time. So they have a sense of being very unproductive in society because, you know, you can't hold them down. And not only the loose tongue, but it's the loose muscles. So in terms of the walk, so they actually they are a high risk in terms of danger. They can fall in a drain, they can fall behind. Well, they usually fall in drain, and drain is a favorite place for them because they're trying to stay on the side. But walking that straight and narrow road is not become an extremely difficult feat.
Yeah, but Doc, you don't understand. Rum men doesn't fall. The ground man doesn't hit them. Rum man doesn't fall. Rum man always figure. Let me tell you. Rum man always rum man a junk man never junk. Don't ever tell a junk man he junk. He ain't drunk. If he fall, it's the ground that hit him, you know. And that's how they are. They have this thing about them that they feel they always in control. But we have a lot of comments on Facebook. Let's take some of them and then we're gonna come back and continue. And the phone is going as well. So Reece, let's see who we have with us on Facebook.
No problem. So we have Alexandra saying good night, everyone. Greetings from Miami. Blessed night, everyone. Yes, Reece, I agree with you. They need to have something special for you. For real. I second that. And I'm sticking to this too. We have, well, good night to Alpheus Duncan. Is that your friend in St. Vincent, Doc? Alpheus Duncan? This is someone that's viewing from St. Vincent and the Grenadines.
No, my friend name is Francis from Pendleton. So I'm beginning of Francis one time.
Okay.
From St. Vincent?
From St. Vincent, Francis from St. Vincent.
Oh no, I just something just came back to me. I just hear.
In all his time viewing We Culture, he just realized that the 4 of you guys were in glasses. Just an observation. Well, I cleared that up, that this is me just trying to make you guys feel okay, knowing that you guys are aging and you're losing your sight. I just need this to read fine prints, that's all. So I'm really not part of this glasses wearing crew. But he wants us to know that he got his pay yesterday as well. Then we have Alexandra is saying, yes, Doc, Rum Shop Breakup Family. Pat Williams is saying Rum Shop used to give you the lowdown of all things going on in the community. Matthew is saying the best way to get to know a person is when they drink. Jose said, Reece, I heard you say nothing going on for you for your birthday. Reece, you is the only person on the show, the PM, holding a whole birthday party in Godfrey tonight. Tonight is not my birthday. Sonia is saying some get drunk and go to bed while others get drunk and cause confusion, causing the whole village. Renrick is saying rum shops was where most of the gambling took place. We have Jose again is saying rum shop people saying that Scholar gets so big now that in the ITC signing the PM calls Scholar name before his members of his cabinet. Scholar is not part of the protocol established why his name have to be called. And why your name get called before the cabinet members too? Well, you're a big king. King is king.
Jose lie. One cabinet member. Jose lie. One cabinet member all there.
Jose say in the rum shop everybody was equal. There wasn't anything about age in using obscenities. But when they're sober, you have to show respect. We have Dodo is saying like Scholar went and drink and ate a rum first. She's also saying, I know someone who drank so much one night, was trying to climb a step, fell down, sprained his ankle. Next day he said a dog was chasing him and he fell. He had no idea what happened to him. Jose is saying, what I learned from the rum shop is that everybody wants to talk at the same time. And those who couldn't handle drinking always want to fight with someone who was drinking the whole day, with, especially when they get paid, buy drinks for people they don't really talk to when sober. So okay, they would buy. Oh Lordy. Reginald is saying, Scholar, are you taking part this year? You have to sing about Keith and Delma. Cynthia is saying that's where you got the singing from your father. Dodo Charles is saying, I don't know if this is a positive or negative, but some people when they drink so much, they will tell you your faults, what they like or dislike about you. Jose said, while the PM giving you an early party tonight in Guelph, Reece, I was looking forward to seeing you on the show tonight. When party going on in Guelph? Anyways, Arthur is saying those guys used to blame Rome for all the wrong they did. Dodo said, yes, Scholar, there was one that used to dance. Even when music stopped, he's still dancing. Yeah, we have a lot of that in Guelph. Gwenny said, when some man drink rum, they don't even want to take a shower. Matthew is saying they're eating poo. Sonia is saying they get rum delirious. They get rum delirious after a period of time drinking rum. Dodo is saying they ask a man who drinks a lot and always drunk. They ask him if he see a beautiful woman and a bottle of rum, who will he choose? Guess what his answer was? Sonia is saying some love rum more than eating food. And Jose, this is the last one, he's saying, well, during the revolution, there was a curfew where teacher Ashley, aka Goat, was drunk and the PRA picked him up for freaking the curfew, for curfew the Saturday night and put in the villa. Boy, he couldn't go to church at the Anglican church and he kept service in the holding cell for the 1 hour reading the scriptures, singing all the songs and taking communion also until they let him go. Okay, so Tisha Ashley was a pastor? Oh Lord.
Let's see if we have let me see if we have any comments on our WhatsApp platform, and then we would go to the telephone. We have a number of well, the line is going. All right, so someone says, if you want to know all people business, check the rum shop. Someone says, good night, Reece, please let me see the style of your outfit. The color looks nice.
It's just a shirt. It's just a shirt.
It's just
with that kind of drop shoulder kind of sleeve. It's a long sleeve. It's just a long sleeve. Loose shirt.
All right, proper thing. Proper. All right. So we have let's see. Let's go to the telephone now and get some of the calls in early. Oui Culture, good evening.
Hey, good.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening, Godfrey
Yes.
and listeners. Yeah. Let me know down the system. Yeah. Yeah. The first one I want to talk about is there was a man once. He under his drunkenness, he killed his wife. He gave her some blow or something, he killed her. And then when he recovered in prison, he asking her to come and bail him out. And the next one is about, in the early days, people used to make real money in rum. Because what happened, there was a wooden barrel. And so when the rum finished, they put about 2 pails of water in it. And when they shake it, and they leave it for 2 days. And when the men drink that rum, you know they're violent. And the next thing about it, the next one again about the rum. He had a man, he every time he drink and he drunk and he come home, he beating his wife. So at night he came, he drink and he drunk and he came home and he didn't beat her. She said, "What happened? You forget to beat me tonight?" Okay.
All right. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. All right. The number is 435-2041. That's the number you can call. Now, guys, let's over the years, as I said earlier, the thing has changed, and clearly the consumption of alcohol, and we did promise that we're going to use some update words tonight. The consumption of alcohol has moved from the over 40 years, as Doc said earlier, to teenagers. And that has become a serious problem. And I think we need to spend some time there.
Well, I had that as something we would talk about a little bit later down, but it is actually a very, very serious issue, Godfrey. But I think the first movement from the rum shop, because if you realize the rum shop was basically attached to the grocery shop. Yeah, mainly. So you have a little table on the side here, and that was the rum shop, and and then that developed into bars. You have people having special areas just for bars, just bars. So you don't have grocery anymore. You go in a place to drink, and also what came along with that was beers and stouts. And then you also have the roadside or by the home kind of drinking that's taking place. With the introduction of beers and stout, you realize that the level, I don't know, my observation, and it's very, very informal, so I stand to be corrected, but when guys feast on beers and stout, they're generally not as jovial and as creative as the guys that drink rum. I don't know, that's my observation. Scholar, Godfrey, Reece, what you all think?
Finley?
I know.
But if you look at the guys that them drinking beers, they tend to be more refined, more there. But the guys that used to drink the rum, because if you go back to your days, no, I don't believe it was just your father that was singing and boasting. You had other people. I don't know for in Shanty Mill, but in Tivoli, a man who come out with a banjo, somebody who come out with a drum. We have this man called Nabot used to sing Aleo, this kind of song. I mean, there's some people that were just known characters. But when guys drink beers, I don't see that level of creativity coming out in them. They more tend to be.
You are absolutely right. I agree with you. You don't.
Yeah, but there's a reason for that.
Is that what?
You have a reason for that.
Okay. What's the reason?
What is it, Scholar?
But when man drink beer, man started to pee.
You're not tied to what you're doing.
You're not creative. Men have to be creative in peeing. And be a man creative in the peeing too. So
you are absolutely right. Because they usually, men that drink beer, you see them sitting at a table or at a bar, right? Or wherever they are. But they have like a crate next to them. Because they take pride in having consumed all these bottles.
Yeah.
And yes, it have them only going at the side of people building by the road, and just peeing. True. But when it comes to the rum, they don't need to drink a whole bottle. It starts with an 8. You know, and depending on how strong the 8 is, they're gone. And then they start to feel nice. When people drink beer, they don't feel nice. They don't feel right. They don't feel to box up people and disrupt other people.
I just call a professor there, and he gave me the 3 stages of drinking or drunkenness. He said the first stage is dizzy and delightful. You can talk about anything you like, you're creative, etc. He said the second stage is drunk and disorderly. So you might want to fight. You might want to fight, you might quarrel. But at that time too, you get extremely intelligent, because you know everything.
Enlightened.
Yeah, you know. And then the last stage, he says, dead itself. You're just dead. So like, a professor just called and I get that the 3 stages of drunkenness.
Let me tell you what to tell the professor. Because our professor, I don't know what he said. That is just what some man. Let me tell you, that's something. Since they leave home and they know they're going to drink rum, they reach the 3rd stage of everything.
That's what if you say they started to stagger.
They got an idea, right? And you have a lot of men like that. I mean, I think Doc was mentioning that they take a little, they can hold the rum and so on, but I think with time, it goes beyond that to men. You don't have to tell them about the rum, and that is it. They joke already, I have a partner that is like that.
But Scholar, as you say that there are some guys, when you look at their face, even when they just wake up, or if they spend 2 or 3 hours away from the rum, you're actually seeing the rum on their face, eh?
Yes. Yeah. And then you're very.
Right. Godfrey, I wanted to just zero in a little on what I would call the effect on family. And the effect on family, I want to look at the psychological effect in particular.
So, Doc, hold on. Just before you go, let me just take this call. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oui Culture, good evening.
You gentlemen and you young lady. Now, rum doesn't put in, rum does put out. What rum lifts away from the man or the drinker, the inhibition to behave well and trying to avoid behaving badly. And people drink generally in the past, and I believe even now, to catch a head. Sometimes you buy yourself and all kind of thing coming in your mind, and you're so pleased about some other thing. You want to have a high spirit, catch a good head. And I noted, I was not much of a drinker. The rum drinker was usually the poorer individual. That's what I observed. The beer drinker was usually not necessarily the richer individual, but the more affordable individual with a little more education. Mm-hmm. So there was a greater level of mouth control among the beer drinkers, but not necessarily urination control. That was a problem. But what really happened is this. People working on the estate, they come home, you don't know how the money goes spent at the end of the week or the fortnight when you get paid. You go in the usual rum shop and catch a head to get this kind of stress out of your body. Sometimes it might be domestic problem causing you to go and catch a head. But usually when you get relief from that head, the situation will be a little bit worse. But you would never see the end of alcohol consumption. And I believe the main reason for alcohol consumption is to catch a head rather than your head. Good night, gentlemen.
Thank you very much indeed. Thanks a lot. Yeah. So yeah, Doc, you were.
I was saying in terms of the effect, the negative effect, and I would say the negative but psychological effect on the family has to do a lot with embarrassment. Your wife being embarrassed or girlfriend, because we are saying that in a narrow sense, because most of the guys that used to drink and used to were men. So the wife usually to be embarrassed because sometimes the husband is in a drain, he fall down, so he drinks somebody rum, they push him down in the shop, he get a bruise, she had to go for him, So that used to have a lot of this embarrassment on the lady in the home, but also the children. When you go to school and your peers know that you are in the your father falling down or your father misbehaving or your father get a cut or so, it is, to me, is a real challenge for the children now having to deal with the psychological effect that their father is a drunkard. Sometimes you may come to accept it, but some of them it is a real struggle. And then he has repercussion later on in terms of the boys, in particular the sons. How do you justify? Do you become nullified to the effect that your father might be a drunkard? Do you embrace that and then you follow the footstep, or do you swear on your grave that you would never be like your father? So sometimes it has been life-changing psychological effect when you have to make a stand whether it's okay, you have to accept that is life, or you decide you wouldn't be like that. And it's the same thing with the girl child. So some girl children, they would never want to talk to a guy that consume alcohol because their father used to come home and what they see, so they don't want to repeat that.
You're not having it.
Huh?
You're not having it. They're so traumatized. They're not having it at all.
Right. So in terms of the psychological impact, it can be extremely stressful for a family. As the previous caller said, people you go to a stress. People go, they cannot deal. Some men, they cannot talk, so they cannot deal with the stress at home or at work because they don't feel valued enough. So when they go, they drink the rum, and sometimes they spend that money to drink the rum. And it means that they come home a little bit shocked for the food now. So you get these more problems. So it's a compounding problem.
Yes.
Rather than something, so it's like, how you call the asterisk syndrome. It's like you hide your head, but you leave all your backside outside exposed. And that is what rum does. So, I mean, I say now a lot because I know we would come to the end and look at how we affect the nation and what is the trend that is taking. But I just wanted to deal with just that effect, the psychological effect it has on the family. And then we could later on deal with the social impact. So I'll just open it up again.
Well, maybe I can read a comment that speaks to the physical effect.
Okay. I had that as a social. Go right ahead.
Right. I had a comment here, and it said to add to your rum drinkers list, the men who spend most of their evenings in the pub/rum shop are known to have no or low libido. When they go home, they either get in the bed and snore or start a quarrel and beat up their wife or partner.
Right.
No comments?
Well, I think last week I made a comment. Shakespeare said it. It's an equivocator. it turns you on and then turns you off. rum does that. You know.
Oh my.
You know, rub does that. So definitely. But let me ask this, Skulls. Let me put this one to you. Do you feel that like now when you look at the consumption of alcohol, especially among young people, do you think it is as a result of maybe what they may have seen or experienced? Let's say, for example, their father was a strong consumer of alcohol, or it has just become a style where some young people feel now that they have to drink, and probably for no known reason.
To me, there is a multiplicity of things here, and it could very well be that. But I think society has depleted to a stage where it's something that is accepted. If you think back to when we were boys and so on, those things were not accepted. Even though them old man and them, or as I say, over 40 drank, we knew that drinking was not for us. I mean, society schooled us in that way. I guess that is the social thing that we had. So we knew, point blank, we can't drink.
Yeah.
But I mean, you have old man drinking, little children, and so on. So it's something that has now. That's just how society has evolved. It is accepted, and because it is accepted, it is just perpetuated, and we find that everybody just drink it, and it's not just the young men. I think young ladies drink even more than young men. Huh?
Well, there was some statistic that showed that, you know, in the case of ladies, it was the actually what they referred to as the harder liquor.
The harder liquor, and when you think about it, back in the day, and I think I mentioned that sometime last week, it was very unusual to find, unless it's the old lady or just only more in Tivoli up there. Other than that, it would very not. It's very rare that you find a woman in rum shop or a woman around rum openly drinking rum. No. I mean, woman beating battle as thing. You know, the other time I remember I went in Dominica. I have a partner, I'm calling him partner, yeah, girlie, and I don't know where this lady come out, and the men start to hit battle and thing. And I see them watching them because me and drinking, and when my partner pour a little thing, he full it up with cokes. And he's sipping, and two, he tongues that get heavy and he's talking chokiness. While you man there and you man drinking, brat, glocking with no cokes. And by the time, let's say about half an hour, the man gone. And 2 hours, you man did him thing, and she plum. She talking and she sentence and them nice. No, not wrong. So by this is and I say all of that in an Saturday thing. I think this is what society accepts, and because society accepts it, it's just perpetual.
But there is also
pressure over the years, Some serious peer pressure, because you find today that even children in secondary school, they are drinking, they are consuming alcohol, and you find that as soon as they graduate, for some, it's like they have arrived. And a lot of times you hear from their peers that you're drinking, like me pay for no sweet thing for you, you know? So it is something that has been cultivated over the years, over the decades, that it's part of your manhood, it's part of growing up. It's your arrival day, sort of.
I think
it's just a given that if you're at an event, you don't drink because you're thirsty. You drink because you are supposed to drink socially. You are supposed to have one in your hand. It is not supposed to get warm, which means you are supposed to be consuming them while they are chilled for the duration of the event. When you go to an event, you can't be like me, that all you want is your ticket money and to make sure, you know, if you need a drink on the night, you feel thirsty, you could think. No, you have to have your bar fees where you are consuming, you know, and then it comes down to even the type of drinks, because we have what we call premium drinks and not too premium drinks. And when you go out, you have you know the pressure of society is on you, especially when you are around your peers who are graduates in those things. You have to keep up with the Joneses and all that in terms of, you know, your drinking habits and the levels of alcohol and the type of drinks that you consume. So I think this is a whole culture that has come into play here. It was before Christmas time. You get like a thing in your glass, you know, and you have like a wine, like a thing, and you even fake the drunk. But now it's an everyday thing. I've been on the beach with my son, and it's like I see him hailing up his peers and stuff, and they all coursing. They're coursing with a drink, and it doesn't seem to me. There's nothing to tell me that this is a one-off, ever so often. You know, to me it is regular. Whenever you feel for a drink, you don't buy a bottle of water. You don't buy, you know, you buy soda, you buy a beer. Or you walk with your bottle in your bag, with your glasses, and you get ice. You know, these things and them. So I understand very much why is it that we are so highly ranked when it comes to alcohol consumption per capita in the world, and why we top the region, and why St. John stars in Grenada.
How much we did
How much what?
Where we did in the world?
We were 13th, I think. 13th.
I thought
I don't know.
Well, the statistics probably got done over.
For population. I want to endorse what both Scholar, I know we should take some call, but I think what Scholar and Reece is indicating, basically the trend. What is trending now that we have our feeling, our moral idea of what should and shouldn't be as it relates to alcohol consumption, it's nullified. We have numbed ourselves to that, and so it is open season throughout the year to be in vogue. Not just men but women now. It is trending a lot with women, but also we cut down a lot on the differentiation as it relates to age. So children even in primary school are drinking hard alcohol, and that is being compounded by our advertisement, which is openly now on radio. I don't know how long it was there, but on radio and a lot of ads, you see people drinking. You see on a lot of soca songs, people are advocating for you to drink, and when you go to a fete, you have to be eating, you have to be drinking, and so I think that again making it a lot more difficult for us to get out, and what is difficult, what is that it really kills the level of productivity and everything in the country, because we are almost in a state where the nation is almost drunk all the time. How would you get people to go on a picket line to demonstrate, to protest, to be concerned about the devastation that is taking place in Livira or in any one of those places, and then when we are drunk? So it has a serious effect for the country. But even in terms of the production, that to me, as far as I'm concerned, it's like we're playing Russian roulette here.
I have a question for you.
Yeah, but hold on. But the more we get with drink, and the higher the consumption is, strangely enough, is the more the rum shop culture has become diluted.
Yeah.
And I think that is part of the problem. You see,
Because we have bars now. We don't have rum shop. We have bars.
Not just that, scholar. I think that rum now has the proliferation of rum is not zeroing on a particular area. It's throughout society. I mean, guys go set up a bar like in a funeral. Imagine. Think about as a little boy, and you selling alcohol by a funeral. Now it is a normal thing. In Grenville, the guys have the regular tub and they selling drinks. People walking the street, busmen walking with.
Doc, don't start up. Man, I will follow. And I playing Jab funeral.
Well, that's a question that I had to ask him.
Scholar, we're changing the thing. We're talking about how it used to be, and I'm talking about how rum now is so available.
Yeah, but long time you saw Jab funeral.
No, the question I had to ask.
But hold on. No. Because remember, Doc, Jab and rum go hand in hand.
You're trying to say where is Jab but bring rum?
No. Jab come out in. Hold on. Yeah, Jab come out in Africa. Rum come out in Africa.
Look, my thing is about where you were talking about how is it that that the things that we are promoting and all of that is creating the influences and the acceptance socially, right? But when we look at our Jab music, right, the tagline that to me is most celebrated and twinned to Jab is Rum and Gal.
That's soca.
And it's Rum and Gal, right?
That's soca music, Reece.
Jab music.
But the emergence of what you consider to be Jab music is a recent.
But Doc, the tone, the trend you are going on, it seems like you are trying to demonize a certain genre of music and make the genre. It's like the genre is the problem. But I don't think the genre is a problem because you have a lot of Jab music, you have a lot of soca music that does not speak to Rum and Gal. But Rum and Gal, through some very popular artists, has now been twinned to Jab, right? And we saw that the biggest protest action that happened in the history of Jab, right? You're grinning, right? We saw not so much a gal, but we saw the rum, right?
No, it was very political. That protest you're talking about with the Jab.
Yes.
Well, no, that was according to you. I mean, based on witness report. That was according to Doc because you remember you say that if you have a placard, they can think you in court. Just make sure you have your placard.
That was not according to report. You see outy light. that was not according to report.
That was what.
It froze at me.
Oh yeah, a man called We Culture tell us what that.
Well, that is the report. It was an advert, of course.
A man called We Culture say what Doc told him.
Yeah, the man said Doc said once you have your placard is a protest, and that once you have your placard, they can convict you in court.
And the caller was very grateful.
Yeah. And the people, remember, the people of Lafayette, they were very appreciative of it. Doc, I learned that by heart, you know.
No, Reece, I was not talking or trying to castigate any genre. I was basically saying the general trend in society is being affirmed by the advertising media and by the music, and the music that we consume the most here is soca. So it's not a castigation on soca, it's just a recognition of what is trending and what is happening. So, but I also just saying that we are nullifying the idea. Nobody is really singing or going against that trend where the rum is taking in full toll on us. That's what I was basically saying.
Yeah. So what? So as a JAB ambassador, right? How do you think you can assist with that? Because we have people who tell, who say, JAB rum and girl, and people like me who must play JAB Juve morning because I reverence my ancestors that time. I have no rum and I'm already a girl. So how is it that you can get to have more people like me that seeing the significance of the mass, its origin, and to stop aligning it with Roman gal?
Well, the thing is, I think the whole carnival, not just, I think, to be honest, and if we have an honest discussion, every aspect of our masquerade, of our revelers, consume large quantity of alcohol during carnival. But to answer your question clearly, I also believe that we're losing the meaning of what it used to be a jab and what it used to be a shotney. So I spoke to the assistant production manager, the man with the plot here, and let him know that I would like one day, just speaking to the original producer now, that it would be nice to have, let we talk about, the work of the Cultural Foundation, what we're trying to do. And part of it is to get back people to understand what it is the authentic jab should be portraying, what it is the authentic shotney should be portraying, because they have a really important role to play. And I think we are losing that. And in losing that, we're probably going to be losing this thing that really have us as identifying cultural mark, which is our job. So we have to start to go back to the original. And we're really making effort now. We have developed a page where we have over 15 jab bands on that page. And what we're talking about the education, the role of the jab, where it started, what the role should be, etc. And the jab
is to being as authentic as possible.
Yes.
Okay. But I honestly don't agree that.
Why?
I disagree. No, I disagree that. You see, boy, life has a way of
evolving.
That's what I'm saying. And funny enough, things evolve, and over time, it goes back around in a circle. It goes back around in a circle. Sometimes you don't have to interfere with it, and because jab is one thing, let me tell you. If you decide you're going to take jab and you want jab to be authentic and so on, jab by its nature, they rebelling against that and they being more unauthentic.
Yeah, but
leading. And then what that does, it lengthens the process of coming around.
Of coming around. That's what it
No. So we would disagree, because I would tell you, evolution takes place. Okay, so example, like we play goat skin drum, but we can have drum in the studio. But if you understand what was the meaning example of salaka, let's say salaka. No. So let me say we stay on jab. So jab will evolve and you have no control. We have no control. But if the meaning is there and the practitioners are aware of what it means, it will evolve and it will continue evolving, and you don't have no control, but it will evolve, but there will be tenets of it. But the forces, scholar, that push and try to destroy what we have is really great. And as long as we don't continue teaching or what was our root, what is ours, we're gonna get left out of the whole conversation or the narrative.
But Doc, you see,
but what's that? Sorry. So example, like the jab music that should be on the goat skin drum, we can't go back and say everybody playing jab has to go back to goat skin drum. So the artists are going to sing song and they're going to say jab. That is an evolution. But if they could understand what the role is, they go put that meaning into the amplified songs, into the songs. and they go portray it. So that is what I'm saying. It will evolve, but the meaning and the story, what it is all about, should be part of what they know, part of what we teaching. And if we don't teach it, so we can prevent the evolution. What
Doc, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. There are certain times, things does happen without us playing no major role. Sometimes things that we see need change. Oh, we need to do this and we need to do that, and we're fighting. And then nature just has that way about it. Mm-hmm. Nature does create the enabling situations sometimes without we ever even thinking. And whoop, the thing turned into how we always was visualizing it. Let me give you an example. I'll give you a political example. There was people, maybe including you, who never thought ANP losing no election.
I never thought so, but go ahead.
Well, there you go. And ANP lose election.
No. When I say that, I always thought that they were going to lose. I always thought I was going to lose. That was my take.
But the point is, there are people. Me and Godfrey had that argument and that discussion on that same program, and I always advocate that NNP was going to lose. But that's not the point. Let me just make one last statement on that, Scholar. Hold on. But Godfrey, know that we talk about that. Look at Godfrey. We had this discussion. Scholar, let me make that point.
What year?
Hold on, man.
What year?
I don't want us to.
What year?
Prior to the election, we had that discussion.
I'm not telling you prior to the election. I don't know prior to the election. I'm talking about in 2014. No.
Hold on, Scholar, wait. I don't want to go in. I don't like your example. Let me tell you something.
But quickly. But hold on, Doc. You see what Scholar is saying is simple. It's something that we say every single day. Let things take its course.
Godfrey, no, it's only we as black people that does do that.
I don't.
Hold on, Godfrey. Hold on. Listen. There's a point I want to make. Only we as black people allow let things take its course. The Chinese develop on Chinese culture, and that's how they develop. The Jews develop on Jewish culture. Only we as black people will say let things take its course, and we embrace every. Hold on, and we embrace.
No, don't tell me hold on.
We embrace everybody else's culture.
No.
We don't promote our food. We don't promote it. We say that we eat everybody's food. Then we shop everywhere.
But you believe that things are just taking its course in Jab? That's what you tell yourself? Hold on. That's what you tell yourself? That's what you tell yourself when you want to have program and you want to use me to think about Jab. You believe Jab is just taking its course? You believe for yourself that Reece and all these fine Talpri and so on, and all these other people are not walking their skin off? That's what you believe? That Jab is just taking its course? It's not just taking its course. People are walking. But here is what. We cannot, and I don't believe the Chinese are doing that and all other things. We cannot punitively, because that's what they want to punitively or put some structure so we could go back to Yale and lead the thing, let Talpri and them do the thing and thing. At some point in time, they will do until we're back in Yale. Hold on,
Scholar, we're not going back to Yale. That is the point I'm making. We're not going back.
You want to go back to Yale?
I don't think you understand what I'm saying. We're not going back to anything. We're not going back. We just want to say the job was supposed to be that. The job evolved from here, and we want them to understand the storyline. Where they go with it, we have no control. Because for a matter of fact, no one person or group could ever control the creativity that takes place within a culture. But every culture must tell the story, and the next generation would interpret it in a different way. So it builds along a particular line. What I am fear about is too much infusion without us having our story being told.
But you see, but that's exactly the point. You see, the story will not remain one way. It is going to be forever changing, and the point Scholar is making, with the over time, with the process of change, it is going to get back to where you would like to see it?
No, not so.
No, not yes.
Because I think we should take a call, but final point, Salaka. Salaka is a community activity. We used to have people in the village, in the neighborhoods, right? It changed, it become almost like a national event, right? We're still giving people food from outside. We're still encouraging the sharing, but the concept of Salaka is still there, even though it has evolved. So the story is big.
So the concept of job is still the concept of job, don't get answered. Let me tell you, underlying job, right, in its purest basic form is getting black.
And Doc, you have said, and you see, Doc, you have said so many times, job, the other tenet of job is protest.
Yes, so Scala is getting black. So Scala is getting black. So here one of the
problem is your DJ and the beating drum.
No. We're not advocating for that. We're not advocating for that.
Man, so from that man don't want the hand tired.
So Scala, so here's some of the recommendations we made so far to them as we met, because we met them and we discussed stuff. Here one of the recommendations.
You met job done?
We met a lot of them. Yes. I think we got 15 groups. Here's some of the recommendations we made to them, Scala. We want pure. We want when you get black, we want people to get black. We want you when you're playing job for all the members to be black. That's one of the recommendations. We want the theatrics. No, we want the theatrics. Hold on, we're advocating for you to use the theatrics. So get your chain, get your coffin. We want more theatrics in the job. So so if you understand where we're going, we say
and money and clothes and Bible,
right? Get your red malt, or if you have to wear your white shirts, we get a uniform. So you don't want people in your band, one having white shirt and a piece of black hair, a piece of brown hair. So we advocating for that. So we're not changing anything. We want you to grow within the whole idea, the concept of what is job. And I could send you all the...
But Doc, what you have to understand, the growth in things like that takes many different forms.
Yeah, but you have to stimulate it.
But Godfrey, if you don't have a little structure, he go die, he go wetter down, and it become like a black hole. But if you have, because it's a show, Carnival is a show, so it's not just job. No, we say that to the Shatney band. We want you to play with your full mass. We don't want somebody with a white shirt and just a Shatney pants to be in your band. When you take a photo, you must see a band with 40, 70, everybody in uniform, dressing nice, playing.
So then,
them to practice on the street.
So then, why are they telling them so coming? Boys,
I initiate.
Let me tell you something.
No, the topic is rum shop.
Yeah, we changed.
Yeah, we should go to rum, but let me tell you something, Doc. Let me tell you something. That age that you're talking about, hold on, when you're talking about Dubala, that age you're talking about with job, you want job to be here over with you. Then secondly, you see your job has evolved to where we have a piece of black and a piece of brown and a piece of thing. Boy, watch. Job has never been more popular.
Agree.
You want Jack to go back to the dark ages, you know. We don't go back to the age of Reece, let's take some Facebook comments. Let's take some Facebook comments.
Yes. So we have Dodo Chan saying, I know someone who drank so much one night was trying to... Oh, no, I think I read that already. I'm so sorry. Just right, so I'm here. Arthur is saying rum is just a no good thing for humans. Arthur is saying I have seen so much crap in Miss Tina's shop in Hartford Village in Grenville that I don't trust no one when they say they are drunk. Arthur is saying, Mr. Marshall, you are so correct, sir. Jose is saying, I remember in a rum shop there were a few guys was drinking, and one of them was more drunk than the others. One of them said to the most drunk, boy, you're drunk as he, about to "Why you're drunk?" as he had about to pour a shot, and he replied, "I am not drunk. I am just nice and maybe a little tipsy, but can tell you everything that was said tomorrow." Sonia is saying, "So true, more questions than answers." Jose is saying, "I remember there was the guy who always drunk and will still drive home because he said he can see the road better. One day he was so drunk, jumped in his vehicle and ended up in the river. And his excuse was he saw 3 roads and he took the one in the center. That's why he ended up in river in Montreach." We have Jose also saying, "I think we shouldn't forget that lots of the past politicians used to drink rum too. I remember a few of them in rum shop on Friday evening before they go home." Alexandra is saying, "Reece, I remember when I used to go to PVC on break time, I knew guys had their drinks, taking shots after shots." Jose is saying, that's why we had some bad decisions making in Grenada. So I guess because the politicians were drinking, politicians always drunk. Arthur is saying Grenada is top in alcohol consumption. Emma is saying, "I had a brother, rum was bad for his health, but he used to drink it and beat the boys on the block who used to play bad." Cynthia is also saying, "Yes, I see the guy have stools on the van, setting up bad the cemetery. I want to see my brother's grave. I went to see my brother's grave. They're sitting on the grave and I can't visit my brother." Spice Girl is saying, "Good night to all on the live." Okay, let's see. Intra is saying, "Doctor, good night. Right now, it have a woman in Tivoli now. When she drink, she causing wind. Rum makes some people go crazy, do crazy things. Not everyone." Jose is saying, "One of the things we never pay attention to, that most of the rum drinkers suffered with diabetes because of the sugar content, which is not labeled in volume, but rum when processed made from sugar." Jose is saying, "Scholar, I don't think the supporters will agree with your analogy on NNP losing election." Dodo is saying, "How did we switch from rum to jab?" They're ladies, Dodo, ladies. That's what ladies do. They switch. Angel is saying, Scholar tell him, jab rule things." Jose is saying, "Doc saying he want to see jab in uniform." I thought Boise said a jab uniform was old oil and a piece of drum. Jose is saying, "So Doc, jab going to school now, uniform?" You know what? I think they missed your whole point, Doc.
They don't miss that point. But anyway, listen, I think what somebody made a point, Godfrey and Doc. There are different words that are used to describe this thing. Are they different? Is there a graduation? So, drunk, you're nice, tipsy, sweet,
dizzy, and delightful, drunk and disorderly.
Are these things going to be the same thing or is graduation?
I think there's a graduation. I think there's a graduation.
Got graduation, same thing. You don't make no difference. I called the black who said, "Junk by any other name," he's junk.
But if you're tipsy, you I don't know if it's the correct phraseology, but you light. You don't really junk yet. You just kind of nice. You're nice.
So, Doc, you junk.
No, you don't junk.
You junk what? But you junk. Listen, once there is a shift from your normal state, you junk.
No, you tipsy.
Yeah, you junk.
Your voice get a little. You have more vibes.
You junk. What's junk? You junk.
More courage.
It's junk. You junk.
You all know, right, that people who consume alcohol like a lot, what I would call like an alcoholic, they are the ones that hate the word drunk. Do not tell them they are drunk. They are never drunk. Nothing is wrong with them. The next day, they remember nothing.
No, it's true. But I think I said so earlier. Drunk men, don't ever tell a drunk man he's drunk.
Yeah.
You know one of the phenomena about drunkenness or drunk people, that generally it is an anti. What is the word? I don't know. But anyway, most of the people that drink heavy, they are never fat. So if somebody extremely fat want to lose weight, they can become an alcoholic. Not a good advice, but by and large, no more. That is serious, because I think it really helps speed up your metabolism. So
not necessarily, you know. The reason why, let me tell you, but there's a reason why. But because them people who drinking to that level, they don't eat.
They don't eat in.
They don't eat. All they do is drink rum.
Yeah.
And not that, and mind you, not that they don't have food to eat, you know. But when they reach home, they're so drunk that they don't even have strength to pick up not strength, they don't even have the coordination to pick up a spoon or a fork. So straight in the bed.
And that's mostly for the rum drinkers, the beer drinkers.
Belly.
They end up with big belly. So what's happening to metabolism there?
Yeah, and Mr. Marshall made the graduation, but he forgot one because, and I think somebody said it right now, you have the premium drinkers and so on. Yeah. Because a rich man I used to drink this kind of high end
liquor.
Yeah, rich man. You know, there was one time a man they had Johnny Walker blue and all this kind of stupid.
Yeah, you have Johnny Walker black, red, black, blue, green, gold, and then you have
green too.
Yes, green.
Yeah, Johnny Walker green.
Yeah, yes, they do.
Yellow.
In fact, the green is my favorite one. Actually, the green, the Johnny Walker green, it is more malty than the others.
Johnny Walker.
That Johnny Walker.
I don't know about Johnny Walker.
By that Johnny Walker. As far as I'm concerned, let me tell you, the best Johnny Walker is the gold and the green. But that is me. That is my favorite Johnny Walker.
That Johnny Creeper.
But that was a boy.
And I don't know.
Yeah, let's see if we can squeeze in a quick call or two. Well, we lost the call. Let's try again. Here we go. Oui Culture, good evening.
Good night for the last. Mm-hmm. You know something? Alcohol created a pyramid, a social pyramid too, you know. Those fellas that drinking the Johnny Walker Black, and the Hennessy and so on, these were usually the upper class people. And sometimes they sit down on a separate table in the rum shop, you know. And they usually had a few more dollars. Then you had those that drank other type of liquors, but the worst that ran down to the laborers mainly was the hard, harsh, Revand wine, maybe Clark's Coat, or whatever name, the harsh one. That was the one that suited the poor man. And as I tell you, the people drank rum to catch a head. And I'll say something, and I'll say it very, very discreetly. You know, rum drinking, especially among the poor, was a precursor for bedroom pleasure. Let me say no more to your boys. I don't want to educate you all too much tonight. Have a good night.
All right, thank you very much. You know the point about the premium drink. I don't know if you know, but you know Peter Tosh has a song where he made mention of it. Like depending on the type of drink that you have special kind of laughs Because, for example, he made mention of those big men who drink their champagne. They laugh.
Yeah.
So there's some classification there.
Upper class.
But the men who drinking they hard stuff. When they put on their big laugh, I mean, you swear say somebody from Guav that laughing, that sort of thing does go. But just before we close, I just want to say that a lot of the things, and Scholar mentioned that it is accepted in society. Maybe yes, it is accepted, but many people probably don't know that there are laws on our books against these things. That there are laws against it. For example, there are laws against selling alcohol to someone who the shopkeeper knows is already drunk. You can get charged for that. The laws are there, and like many other things, I guess some of the laws are not enforced.
Underage is one, selling for underage children, selling after certain hours.
But you're not supposed, exactly, after 9 o'clock, you're not supposed to be selling alcohol.
You're not supposed to be selling alcohol. For matter of,
Is it unless you have a special license?
No. You have a license, 9 o'clock?
9 o'clock.
Yeah.
If you get a special, if you have a special license, like if for a fete, it's okay. But what we're talking about in bars and shops, you're not supposed to be selling that.
Yep, indeed. So, well, guys, we out of time. So we closing comments. Doc, we start with you.
The ambush.
No, man.
Well, guys, it was a wonderful discussion. It's a pity we didn't stick a little bit more, but I think I glad we still went a little on the other side with the jab. But it's a wonderful comment and a wonderful program. I think there is a lot more that still need to be known, but we made this substantive point. I think tonight that alcohol by and large is dangerous and is not the best thing for our society. I don't believe it's I alone that is expressing that viewpoint, but in my opinion, I think it is the level of consumption we have, or we take in Grenada, is really dangerous for us.
5.06 per capita.
Yeah, that is dangerous. I rest because I know we spend all the time, so I think I see enough.
Yeah, Finley.
Yeah, well, I agree with that. I mean, I joined late, so I don't know the extent, but I think that must have put his little philosophy into the whole thing. I agree with him on a lot of things. I don't agree with him on some, but that is a wrong
man does get that.
Yeah, so you look as though we engage in wrong thing, but well, the truth is that I'm happy that we looked at the flip side of the coin as it relates to rum, drinking and alcoholic consumption. The fact that the rum shop has now become so diluted, because now people could drink. And I think this is why rum consumption is so high. Because before, rum was something that you drank in a shop, in the rum shop. Now the rum shop is no more, and people drinking rum get abandoned anyway. You could just drink rum, and the trend that we have seen is worrying, especially as we see described with young school children. And I mean, I don't know how we can bring it back, but it seems as though all the laws as it relates to rum drinking, they go out the door, because I believe there are laws probably here as well for drinking under driving under the influence of alcohol. Yeah. But some men will tell you straight up, when they drink rum, that is when they mash in good self. So by culturally, I don't know if I like the direction in which we're heading. And some people might say it's probably because I've never drank rum, but or alcohol. But I truly don't like the direction in which we're heading.
Yeah. Reece?
Yeah, I would like to add to the sentiments about that. I think growing up, there were boundaries when it comes to alcohol consumption, whether it is seasonal and the younger folks in the family got a taste of something, or whether it was just the everyday guys who choose to drink and get drunk on the weekend or on the midweek nights, it still had its boundaries. It was somewhere, and you knew who the culprits were, and you could look out for them. You would see them walking the road and grazing every wall, every fence, that kind of thing. And it was entertaining. It was entertaining for us. It was funny. But when they got home, you don't know what is happening there. The person that have to deal with them. And for me, that is really the crux of the matter here. The fact that no, it no longer has boundaries. It is like no longer the usual culprit. The people who are in the minority are now the people who don't drink, because everybody else seems to be drinking. And it becomes very embarrassing. I've seen people, we talked about that last program, they can't handle the liquor. It's not funny. It is very embarrassing, and they are becoming alcoholics fast. And some of them, they can't handle it, but they don't want to understand that, listen, you have a limit. If it's just 2 Guinness you could drink, then just drink 2 Guinness now. And do like Arthur Hostin and hold on to a bottle for a whole night, giving people the impression that you're drinking. When it's a bottle you have in your hand, and not me that say it's his son. So I quoted his son. Everybody have this major drinker, but bottle was warm in his hand. Yeah, so, learn to understand that, you can't handle it and it's not for you, and you are upsetting people, you are mashing up relationships, you are doing all sorts of things. Especially when I see like younger people who have, you see the potential for the future and everything, and they just gone down the drain because of alcohol. They lose all their teeth in their mouth, their body looks swollen, they look shiny, they're repulsive. It's no longer entertaining, it's not funny, it's no longer social. It's the majority of people drinking and the minority of us just deciding, listen, I'm going to have something social or not at all. So, we really need to do something to get our act together where that is concerned.
No, definitely. I of course echo the sentiments as well. I just want to end by saying, as a young fella, I always remember something my late uncle said to me about rum. He says, rum means ruin unto man. And it's something I never forgot. Never forgot. Also, I would like to see, yes, people do socialize, and I cannot, tell people not to have a drink, but, it's important that we pay attention to what is happening. And it's even more important to always be aware of our surroundings, and understand and know what is happening around us, because tomorrow you just might be sorry. So it's important that we pay attention there. I mean, the examples are glaring. We see it every day. The examples are glaring. So definitely.
Can you permit me?
Yeah, sure.
Wish you guys a happy Father's Day.
Thank you very much.
I didn't forget. Based on what I've seen and read from Medea, and I know Finley and Zadel and Zariel, and I have met yours, Doc. I think you guys are great fathers. I think that you set very good example. So I just want to wish you guys a happy Father's Day. It is not the day that is talked about much, and we know why. I mean, you guys just have to accept that mothers are mothers, and mothers would always be mothers, and we're sure about our children, you don't. But at the end of the day, I hope that you guys take a little time and just toast to that on Sunday, that you did a great job, and you're still doing a great job, and you're not just biological parents, you're also adoptive parents, and you're what I consider to be community parents. So I just want to tell you guys, happy Father's Day, and happy Father's Day to all the fathers and those who are playing the role throughout. We appreciate you. Not a lot of us could talk about having great fathers, or every child could talk about having a great father or a good father, and you guys are that. So just kudos to you guys. Influence some.
Thank you very much. Yes, indeed. So, folks, thank you again for staying with us. We will be back next Friday. Of course, to continue our discussions on We Culture. Thank you. Do have a great weekend. And, of course, to all the other fathers. Doc Scholar, happy Father's Day, brethren.
Same to you all, guys, and same to all the fathers outside.
Yes, indeed.
You look as though Reece setting the stage for next week. We might have to look at the old time paternity test.
Yeah, but we don't shut there in the coming. We have to do something spectacular for Reece, so
Well, next week.
Next week Friday, yeah.
You know, see she put in up.
Let me hear anyone want to go in last.
I am suggesting that we do a in-studio We Culture, everybody. That way we can be certain we could do something spectacular for all. They gotta drive down in town.
We prefer. You know what? He might quicker drive to Las Jess. Another one, he might bring Mount Zion Studio.
Anyway, guys, all the best. Good night. Yes, indeed.
All right.
A little more limbo, a little more shango. Kindly greasy pole, and without dance strong,